It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm David Stroud here with Scooter Scott Callies.
Whoop, whoop.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Ready for the bright, sunshiny day, buddy. I'm ready.
Gonna be a bright, sunshiny day.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. All right. Bring it on.
Although it was a little foggy, in some areas this morning.
A little?
A little. I didn't really see a lot, but on my windshield it was.
Yeah, there was my wipers were coming in this morning.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Yesterday was foggy.
Yeah.
It was so foggy that when we went to the cameras, you couldn't see anything. I mean, it was just fog.
Yeah. I know, was it not yesterday, Wednesday, Tuesday, in the morning after I left the show, I had, it was raining, most of the day, and I had to put a pullover on in the office because the AC was going, but it was really cool outside because of the rain.
Yeah.
And I wore that for half the day. I was like, I cannot believe I'm wearing this in July. It was,
You must have the AC cranking.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have it for 2 months because it was broke down and it took forever to get fixed. So we're enjoying Arctic weather indoors. And
I get it.
It's so hot outside, you want to come back in to where it's just like an ice box.
I was going to add an image that I had from yesterday. Let me see if I can find it here. Go up here to downloads.
Image of
how it looked yesterday. This was yesterday on the camera.
Well, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot. Mm-hmm. But you can see how much fog there was yesterday.
Rolling right over the top of that river. You can see it going all the way around. That's cool, though. I like that. The Z-cliff coming through.
There you go.
Sometimes we get on the camera view and it's just nothing but fog. You can't see anything. That's cool.
See, I thought you'd like that.
I do.
So how was your week so far?
Going pretty good.
Doing pretty good.
Tuesday actually was a little busier than Wednesday, even though it was raining. Some people don't work in the rain, so they get off and you can go do other things. And one of the things is they'd come by, but all the doors were locked because it was raining, till, like you said, noon, 1?
Yeah, we had rain till, the night before all the way till noon.
Yeah.
And I think it was like 3-point-something inches of rain. That's a lot of rain.
That's a lot of rain. Yeah.
One shot.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that rain is, that we had to watch for flash floods, but that most of that maybe is going to be past us for the weekend because it looks like it's going to be really pretty and you can get out there on the water. Summer's winding down. School's about to be back in.
Yeah, you got it almost.
I know, but the feeling of it. But it is. It goes by fast.
It does.
It's the 11th today. Buddy, before you know it, it'll be August 1st.
Yep.
It'll be just like that. So you got
I get it.
Got a few more weekends, and the last thing we want is huge storms coming through, creating flash floods where you can't enjoy the water the last month of the summer,
I agree.
I agree, too.
I agree. No, our lakes they've done a great job of keeping them under control and keeping them looking good. So I think we're going to have a good season.
Yeah. How about you? How's your week?
So far, so good. I can't complain.
Nobody listened anyway.
Nah. I was working on my pool in the evening time. I was getting it converted over because I've got a big commercial pump. So I was switching it from, it'll do 110 or 220.
Yeah.
So, but 110, it gets a little hot with the cords and stuff because it just pulls so much. So
he always does overkill.
I do.
This pump is for like a pool 3 times its size.
Yeah. But it moves the water.
Oh, yeah.
It moves the water.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. If a leaf hits the water, it's out of there within about 20 seconds.
It just pulls
it right over to the skimmer.
Yeah.
Sucks it right in.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we hadn't had it run. I had to shut the pump down while we were doing everything else and getting the lines done and everything, and because now it's on a dedicated line from the breaker and everything.
But,
we had some debris at the bottom of the pool that we hadn't cleaned up yet. And once I got the pump on, I noticed this morning it's got it into one little pile in the middle because the pressure that
Just like swirled.
yeah,
it
and just
into the
swirled it
middle.
all the way to the middle, and it's one little pile I can scoop out.
That's awesome. That's how you do. Instead of vacuuming the whole bottom of the pool, you just go to one central location.
And then just clean it out, and you're done.
Very cool.
Easy enough.
Yep. Everybody says it's hard to maintain a pool. He's got it down to an art.
It's not hard to maintain if you take certain steps. I'm not big. I've had just a chlorine type pool, and I'm not big on trying to keep them all balanced. And you know, things happen all of a sudden. Why am I out of whack? Why am I? And you're fighting it. And so we started a saltwater pool years ago, and that was the smartest move we ever made.
Yeah.
Just kind of regulates it all so much better, and you gotta kind of balance it at the beginning, but then
Once it's
salt water generator kind of does its thing, and it does a really good job, and I can't complain. And it's nice being able to jump in the water and not have to worry about the water burning your eyes.
yeah.
Of course, it makes your skin soft being in the salt water. But it's not a lot of salt. It's like the ocean's 30% salt. I mean, there's a lot of salt.
Yeah.
I think on the pools it's like 0.03%.
Oh, that's
So it's not
barely
much.
anything.
No.
You'd
For that big
probably
pool
hardly
that I've
notice.
got, I think we put in 8 bags of salt, and that was all it needed.
So you just put it right into the pool,
You put it right into the pool and let it dissolve, and you
Then it
never know it's there.
goes through the system, and it's always there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the saltwater generator just kind of rejuvenates it and keeps it, doing its thing. What's the cool part is unless you splash out a bunch of water, you shouldn't ever have to add
No.
more salt.
Yeah.
Because salt won't evaporate
Yeah.
like regular water can, so you can just add more water when you need to raise your water up.
Very good. And there's your tutorial
There's your
on
pool
how
tip.
to
For
do
me.
a saltwater pool.
That's what works for me, so that's
Cool.
what I do.
That's what I'm going to do. Sounds good. Well, it's 7:07.
We better
probably should
start
the show. Hospice of the Ozarks. They sponsor the morning prayer. Since 1979, they believe that every individual is unique, special, and worthy of quality end-of-life care. Hospice matters. The end of life deserves as much beauty, care, and respect as the beginning. Still a non-for-profit 501c3. There has never been a charge to a patient or their families for hospice care, and this commitment remains a part of their mission. Pause now for the morning prayer. Dear Lord, as we continue through the summer months, watch out for everybody that's working outside. Keep them as cool as possible when they can, and just make sure that they're hydrated. It's anybody homeless, find them a place to go, get the right people connected with them. And the summer months are brutal, so just hopefully you can watch over everybody during this time. Always watch over our children, our first responders, and our military, those that put themselves in harm's way for our freedoms. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hospice of the Ozarks. Give them a call at 870-508-1771. Ask them about respite care. If you're taking care of a loved one and you could use a day or two off, that's okay, as Scooter always says.
Got to take care of yourself so you can take care of others.
That's exactly right. So if you're burnt out, tired, and it's going to show, and you're not going to be able to.
Yep.
Yeah. Give them a call, 870-508-1771. They can help you out with that. Now we'll take a short commercial break and hear a word from our sponsor, the Z-Team.
Hi, I'm Bob Zador of the Z-Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z-Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show, the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, give them a call at 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend, professionals in their field that's going to make sure that their I's are dotted and T's are crossed to get you to the closing on time. But with that, let's take a look at the White River, brought to you by the Z-Team. Oh, we got a little froggy, but not too bad.
It's not like yesterday.
The water looks really still today, doesn't it?
It does.
It looks amazing. We should be fishing, but we got to do the show. So no fishing for us. Got the Z clips
at
coming
that.
over. Yeah, that's amazing. Beautiful.
Oh, and then we lost the Z-clip.
That's okay.
He went off to the side.
No worries. It'll be back. It's going to rotate through different areas. Collar, Arkansas, there's a wide angle, and it's just a still shot. The other one moves around, zooms in and out different areas. The Rainbow Bridge and Cotter down there at the ballpark. Some areas of the river itself, like the David's Island. We've also got Scooter Mountain up in Missouri. Off to the left is Bull Shoals. Kind of in the center is Missouri, and to the right is Mountain Home. This is brought to you by the Z-Team on their website at retiredarkansas.net, where you can also find their listings, the MLS listings, and a plethora of information about the Ozarks. But just an amazing view that you can go to 24/7 on your phone, on your computer. You'll wake up in the morning and want to see what it's like outside. You ain't got to get out of bed. Just go to retiredarkansas.net. See, there's the Rainbow Bridge and part of the ballpark there in Cotter. If you've never been down there, you should go. There's a beautiful spring, icy cold with a rope swing, and there he is.
There's a guy fishing.
That's it. Do you think he's just regular fishing or fly fishing?
He's probably fly fishing.
Yeah.
More than likely. He's waded out there.
Mm-hmm. Enjoy, buddy. Enjoy.
Job. Good job.
Good for you. Good for you.
I'm on my way.
Let's take a look at the weather brought to you by the Z-Team. In Mountain Home at 67, Harrison at 65, Batesville at 70, Yellville at 67, Marshall at 66, Salem at 69, Mountain View at 66, Calico Rock at 67, West Plains, Missouri at 69, Springfield at 67, Poplar Bluff at 70, and St. Louis at 67. Hey, you know, it starts out just crisp and beautiful, doesn't it?
It does. I love it.
Then it gets hot. National Weather Radar doesn't really show a whole lot of activity across the U.S. It just seems to be off the coast, off the Gulf Coast, down there around, Corpus Christi, Texas, and New Orleans. You got some activity crossing Florida, a little bit in Illinois and the upper northeast. But look at that beautiful day, Scooter. Isn't that something? Mm-hmm.
Bring it on.
The morning time shows some sporadic activity over the Jefferson City, the capital of Missouri. But otherwise, look at this. Crystal clear. No precipitation of any kind that I can see. It looks like that's going to continue throughout the day. Watches and warnings were clear throughout the state of Arkansas. We've got maybe a little bit of what that color's a bright flood advisory. Yeah, I'd say a little bit of a flood advisory, and then running on the line of Missouri and Illinois, there's a flood advisory. 7-day forecast today: patchy fog, then slight chance of thunderstorms at 20% with a high of 90 degrees. Tonight we got a slight chance of thunderstorms at 10%, but mostly clear, low of 69. Friday, it's going to be sunny, then a 20% chance of thunderstorms, high of 90. Friday night, mostly clear and 69 for the low. Saturday, high of 94 and sunny. Saturday night, low of 71 and mostly clear. Sunday, high of 95 and sunny. Sunday night, mostly clear, low of 72. Monday, it's going to be high of 96. Whew, that means it's probably going to be over 100 with the heat index. Sunny, though. Beautiful weekend, and start off the week with a bright, sunshiny day. I like it. Pollen count today: tree pollen is low, grass pollen is low, and ragweed is low. Norfolk Lake water levels at 561.13. Level is 9.13 feet above full pool. And they're not generating right now, but I'm sure they've got a spillway gate or two open. Bull Shoals Lake water levels at 660.78. Level is 1.78 feet above full pool. And they're generating minimum flow at one generator open.
One open. Huh?
One open. That is Look at Your Weather, brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Give them a call for all your real estate needs at 870-405-0793. Go to retiredarkansas.net. Well, like I said, you can find their listings, the MLS listings, and they got a lot of information about our area.
Of information.
I said plethora. All right, plethora. It's a good word.
There you go.
All right, should we hear from one of our sponsors?
We're going to take a break. It's 7:15, so we're going to actually take a break. We'll be back.
Never going to get it right.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
If you're looking for something wonderful and delicious, then head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. With over 20 flavors to choose from, like German chocolate cake or sea salt caramel, it's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. So whether you like it in a cup or in one of their homemade waffle cones, you're in for a wonderful dessert experience. Located at 1525 North Main Street in Harrison, right across from Pizza Hut and Castle Rental, or in Mountain Home next to Ramada Inn, because you're on your way to paradise.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z-Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z-Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
When you're
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 Series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This part of Community News is brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. If you're looking for tractor supplies, parts, service, they have the largest selection, I think.
They do, by far.
The largest selection.
You cannot miss them.
Nope.
They got a huge inventory.
Definitely. You can't miss them when you drive by. Every time I go to work, it's a sea of orange Kubotas and blue New Hollands. They got RTVs and zero turns, implements, hay baling equipment. I tell you what, if you need it, they've got it.
They got tons and tons of implements, attachments. They've got big parts department.
Mm-hmm.
The parts department is massive. So if you need any parts or need to do some repairs, they'll get you taken care of. Also, they have a huge service center.
Yep.
So they can take care of any service work that you need. So they got you covered.
They'll cure what ails you.
There you go.
Located at 4423 Highway 62 West here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Give them a call at 870-425-3434. Go to ozarksfarmandlawn.com where you can see some promotions and special offers on their website. But it's better yet, you go by and see them. In person's always best, isn't it?
It is.
Always
go
best.
out there, take a tractor for a test drive.
Exactly. Test drive. I mean, maybe play with some dirt.
There you go.
Yeah.
Why not?
Every kid's dream to mess with a tractor.
Tell
Maybe.
them Scooter told you that you could do a test drive. They'll
Yeah.
take care of
Go
you.
in there and say Scooter sent you.
There you go.
That's right. And in community news, the U.S. Small Business Administration has extended their deadline on application for physical damage through the storm. It was July 29th, and they've extended it to August 28th. You know, they came in after the storms down in Briarcliff. They were here on the show talking about their SBA loans and low interest loans. So if now, insurance wasn't covering.
What I would recommend, because you don't know exactly where things are going to fall yet. I mean, everybody's still trying to figure out totals, trying to get this and that.
Yeah.
Go over there, start the application process. That way, whether you need it or not, you're not obligated to get a loan.
Right.
But it does start the process, and that way it kind of locks you in. If you need it, whatever, they'll take care of it.
Yeah, and if you don't need it, then you don't. Now, they would go over to
the Arkansas Food Bank right here in Mountain Home, North Central Arkansas Food Bank. Right here in Mountain Home, they've got the SBA people are there, as well as FEMA's there, and they've got a little office set up, so they take care of you.
Very good. You know, back in the day, I've had dealings with SBA, some U.S. Small Business Administration, and a little bit of paperwork to do, but they'll take care of you.
Oh yeah,
yeah, they do real good.
And the rates, you're not going to beat the rates, so.
No, I'm looking at the rates down here, and you don't find this right now, and that's because it's the government. They do what they want. Okay, I'll just set that right there. Community Blood Center of the Ozarks has a news release about donating blood over in Harrison. Donate with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks and receive a plush beach towel. That's pretty cool that they're giving something away. The Blood Mobile will be in the parking lot at 620 North Main in Harrison, Thursday, July 18th from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Appointments are strongly encouraged, and you can call 417-227-5006 and contact Danielle House. And that way you can just get right in and out and donate blood. You know, they're always having a shortage of blood, especially when a natural disaster happens. So it's good to donate and give life for your community. You can also schedule an appointment at www.cbco.org/donate-blood/. There
you go. And I've donated blood a number of times.
I have, but it's been a while. Just time. It's finding the time, you know, when you're looking at working as much as I do. But Thursday, July 18th, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Harrison on 620 North Main. So go donate blood. Might save a life. Well, we got here. Oh, this is going to be tomorrow. This is the Baxter County Tornado Relief Dinner and Auction. Tickets are $25 each and available now. Price includes admission and dinner consisting of pork steak, roasted potatoes, green beans, roll, and salad, and a dessert. Complimentary beer and wine will be available for all in attendance, but you must be 21 years of age or older to be able to get that. They're not serving underage people. That'll be at the Baxter County Fairgrounds at 1507 Fairgrounds Drive.
Great. Pork steak.
Real good. Well, that, and they'll have an auction to follow, and you know this town loves to donate for an auction.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going for a good cause. It's 100% of the proceeds go to tornado relief. And that'll be the dinner, but they're also having a lunch. I'm doing this backwards. The smoked chicken fundraiser lunch plates are $25 each and include a half-pound chicken, baked potato, ear of corn, and a roll. That's also tomorrow, July 12th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can pick it up at ERA Dottie Real Estate. They're located at 1357 Southwest Highway 62B here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Lunch plates must be picked up with ticket stub at the location during the specified time frame. Ticket purchases of 10 plus plates are eligible for lunch delivery. So if you have a business and you have, a lot of employees and you're going to do something special for them by also helping tornado victims, that'd be real nice, wouldn't it?
There you go.
You can purchase your tickets at the following locations: Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce, ERA Dottie Real Estate, Raps Baron, Little B's Grill, Rio Burrito, and Mountain Home Mercantile. So go by and get your tickets today for lunch and dinner.
There you go.
Lunch and dinner. And then
What a deal.
Go to the auction, maybe bid on some cool stuff, help people out.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. And the Baxter Summer Concert Series has 3 amazing concerts left, but there could be a 4th added in September. For now, July 13th, that's coming up in a couple of days. Kelsey Hart will be there and starting at 7 p.m. Pretty Tied Up on July 20th at 7 p.m. Tucker Wetmore August 10th at 7 p.m. That's at Hickory Park, located at 446 South Hickory Street here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Those are always fun. I haven't been to one in a bit. Might need to go. You know what I mean?
There you go.
And the calendar of events on the enjoymountainhome.com website. That's Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce. You can scroll to each date and find out what's going on throughout our neck of the woods. On today, the 11th, it looks like there's 3. Senior Nutrition and Wellness is having an event at the Marick Center of Aging. Mountain Home Lions Club meeting. You got Baxter County Library Yoga for Adults. That's 4 to 5 p.m. at the Baxter County Library. Looks like they're having a coloring thing going on. Color Me Calm, 9:30 to 12. Let's see, exercise class for women at the Schliemann Center. I mean, all kinds of things always going on in Baxter County, and this is where you can find some of that. If you have an event, you can submit it right here. Just click on this tab, put in your information, select submit, and let them put it on the calendar, and everybody will know what's going on. So that's a look at your community news. Brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. Now we'll go ahead and take a short break and come back.
Bet.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back.
Be right back.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the Mountain Home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Welcome back to the Morning Show on XL7-TV. We're visiting with Allyson Dewey, the Mountain Home Public Schools Superintendent. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit.
I know. Well,
yes.
I mean, when summer hits,
It is, yeah. It's summer, and it's been a good summer.
Yeah.
Real good summer.
The administration, they're not like teachers.
Right.
They're there throughout the summer.
Yes.
And so, do you get a break? Do you take a vacation?
I did this year. We are 240-day employees, which means our school administrators work all year long. Our assistants, some of them are 220s, as we call them, just the number of days you work in a school year. But with that comes some vacation time. So personally, we just got back Sunday morning, about 12:30 a.m., got back from a week-long vacation, a cruise. And so, we encourage our administrators to take some time, be with their families. We've, my daughter's playing next week in the World Series in Branson, so some softball.
That's awesome.
Our youngest. So I'll take a day here and there just to be able to go and be part of that. If we're not well.
Yes. You gotta have that time.
Way, and I'm not talking about physically, I'm talking about that mental, social wellness piece. We're not going to be good at our jobs. And so we do. I'm going to really focus this year. One of the things I've talked to some people who are smarter than I am about is just the importance of encouraging folks to do that, to take care of themselves, to say, what did you do this weekend? Where did you go? How did you get away? And to take that time. So we're really focusing on that, and I hope that I'm a decent example. I probably don't take as much as I should, I've been told, but
workaholic.
I don't
know what that's like.
Yeah. We just got to get it done.
With all the events and
There's
stuff
a lot of
at
events
school,
during the school year.
You're
So
constantly going somewhere.
Summer is definitely the time to just take a minute, to be home, to cook dinner, to have that time with family. And especially those of us that are facing the all too soon empty nest, these are our final opportunities to do that as far as with our children. And then it'll be, what am I going to do with my husband, right? but we'll be all right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so.
You're right, though. It's good to take a break. We did a 2-weeker, and it was a whirlwind. It was busy. I mean, 8 flights, 6 different airports over a couple of weeks. But when I got back to work, I still felt great.
Yeah.
It was nice to think of something other than, you know. So
Right.
I encourage everybody to take a break when you can.
Take a break. And, there's a ton of research around it.
Yeah.
A ton.
Yeah.
And if somebody needs to know why it's important because they just don't feel it, you can see the numbers, right?
Definitely.
And know that we're better when we do take that time and when we take care of ourselves, physically, mentally, socially.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. Well, during the summer, the teachers are away, faculty, and there are programs and events that they still do to up their training, up their game. Carla and Stephanie and Christy just came back from Little Rock. And Governor Huckabee Sanders was there and spoke.
Commissioner was there as well.
Tell us about
Oliva.
that, a little bit about that.
Now, I did not attend Summit with them, but I have heard tons of great things. I'm guessing they didn't get back till last night. It was a 2.5 day conference.
Yep.
Some of our folks were just there 2 days. Some of our folks were there 1 day. But the Summit, it was the state's, I want to say this correctly, but we used to have independent conferences throughout the year. You could go to Arkansas Reading, you could go to Elementary Principals, you could go to different conferences. And what they've done is they've tried to combine those into this mega informational conference. Our state reporting gal from our office, who keeps us in compliance and accredited, she had tons of sessions to attend. So it's for classified staff, it's for certified staff, it's business managers, it's counselors, it's principals, it's teachers. Lots of folks at that this weekend, or this week, those 3 days. Our teachers are working all summer. We forget, we do encourage a break. They are on a shorter contract than our administration, but they have an opportunity during the summer to get PD credit for 3 days that they can trade out throughout the school year. I say trade out on PD flex days when students aren't present instead of coming in because they already have the training done.
Yeah.
So our teachers really do take advantage of those opportunities. We have our counselors, Carla and Stephanie included, went to ARSCA So Arkansas School Counselor Association, and we had a great crew down there. I believe there's a picture on Facebook. I can see it there on your screen there.
Let's see.
I think
There
Carla
we
and
go.
Stephanie, did they go? I thought they did. I
Well,
thought no,
it
they didn't
looks
go to
like
that one.
not that one.
But everybody else did. They must
I
have
see Heather
chosen
Hatman
to
and-
go
yeah.
to Summit. So that's all our counselors, other than our 2 junior high who went to Summit this week. So they took the opportunity for training there. We have teachers this week from the high school. Our new assistant superintendent, Judy Lawrence, and high
Okay.
school principal, Mary Beth Russell, are at the PLC Institute in Little Rock right now. That's 2.5 days. We're blessed with some professional development funds from the state as well as from our federal government, and we try to put those to good use because that's all they can be used for. It's not like we can switch those to a different fund and use them for teacher salaries or bonuses or facilities. Those are for professional development, and you're never good enough. We got to keep getting better, right?
Sure.
We're always good. We want to be excellent.
My dad always said, if you think you know everything in your profession,
right.
quit.
There you go, because you're not learning and growing.
There you go.
And we want to be an example for our students of learning and growing. And there's opportunities across the state to do that. So super proud of our teachers, our administrators for always pushing learning going forward. Our administrators will go at the end of the month. A large group of us will go at the end of the month to the Arkansas Association of Educational Administrators Conference. That's what I do attend usually instead of Summit. So looking forward to that learning and training with them as well.
Definitely. It's good to hear that they continue on their education
Right.
while educating our
That's
children.
right. That's right.
Very nice. Now we got a picture here. I want to pull this up. Who do we have here and what was this about?
Well, our folks are going to recognize this gal. This is Wendy Blount. She has been a nurse with the district for many, many years. She was named, I want to say it correctly, the School Nurse Administrator of the Year.
That's
Is that correct?
excellent. Yes.
So she received that honor in June. We are so proud of her, so proud of the work that she does for our families, for our kids, and our teachers. Our teachers stop by and see Nurse Wendy. I don't know how many times as a principal who worked with Nurse Wendy, I either ask her questions about myself or about my own personal child. So she's there taking care of so many. She is actually moving into the role of our lead nurse this year with the retirement of Donna Blevins. So she is leaving Hackler, going to Guy Berry, where she'll do some administrative work as well as take care of those students at Guy Berry.
Well,
So we are so
congratulations to
proud of
her.
her. She has had
Definitely.
3 sons in the district, still has 1 left to graduate, and
Then she'll be an empty nester.
let's
will
quit
she
talking
do?
about it. Let's quit talking about it.
So I guess you're going to be an empty
Not
nester.
yet, not yet. I
Okay.
got 2 years.
Nah,
Not rushing. 2
Yeah.
years. I got 2 years.
We've got a while too. Cannon's going into 7th, so
You got longer than I've got.
1 more year and then he'll be with his mom at the
That's
junior high.
true. That's true. 1 more year at Pinkston
I
and then
know
on to
he's
junior
looking
high.
forward
he
to
will.
that.
Well, he won't have to ride the bus to get to her, right?
No.
After school.
Yeah,
She'll be right there.
exactly. It'll be very, very good. 7:38. Should we take a break, or we got time?
We got time.
We got time.
We got time till
Make
about
sure.
7:45.
All right, sounds
All
good.
right.
Well, earlier you were talking about the school board and
Yes.
some changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had a recent resignation of Mr. Bob Chester from his seat. So the school board will, according to our district policy 1.2, which is also an ASBA, Arkansas School Board Association policy, we will be appointing a replacement to that position. Several have probably seen this in the press, but the process we're going through is we are looking first for applicants. So currently we have 4 applicants. Our folks can apply either online or they can drop off an application. We have printed applications at central office. Those applications are due on Friday by noon.
Okay.
So that's tomorrow by noon. So if you have any interest in that appointment,
Where online?
Friday
Is
by
it
noon.
on-
Believe it's on
on-
our Facebook.
Oh, okay. Maybe pinned to the top? or-
Probably it should be maybe on down a little ways.
posted
KTLO
earlier.
also ran a story on that. I'm hoping it's on our Facebook. I'm not a big Facebooker. I'm not going to lie.
okay.
So I do know that some of our local media has that out there. Mr. Scott Booth has a Facebook page. One of our board members, Scott Booth, I think it's at MHPS School Board. He told me he was going to go ahead and post that. So it is there as well. And I tell you what, if anybody has any questions about how to apply, call our office today. I will be there as soon as I'm done here till noon. I've got to leave for about an hour, but then I'll be back and we can answer any questions folks have about that possible appointment. And we do have it if people aren't comfortable with the online form. We've got it on paper.
Yeah.
And it's an opportunity to serve. How that's going to work is on Thursday, we are going to start our meeting at 5 o'clock. It's a regular school board meeting, but we are going to start an hour earlier, which we will, of course, I'm publicizing now. I think Mr. Booth has already posted that online, but we'll make an official post through the media. We do notify press that has a daily announcement system. Sure. We'll notify them, of course, but I'm telling you now, it's at 5 o'clock on next Thursday. We'll start with open session interviews of those folks that have applied for appointment. So they'll be asked the exact same questions, every single person who's applied, and then the board, per policy and per FOIA, will be able to go into executive session for the purpose of appointment. So they'll have that discussion of that appointment in executive session, and then they will be able to come out, make a motion for who they would like to see in that seat, and then take a vote. Okay. So it's a lot. It's different. It's taken some research on my part, as I've never had to appoint a school board member. Yeah. But we have some great resources that we use to help us make sure that we are following to the letter of the law on those things. And I hope that folks who are interested, you'll come out, go ahead, think about that appointment. And if you don't want to do the appointment, we're going to have 3 open seats, including this one, in May. So the one that we're appointing to is just for a 9-month term until the next school board election. So that person may just want to see if for 9 months they're interested in being a board member. And then they can turn around, run in May or not. Yeah. So there are lots of opportunities to serve. Another piece, if you have questions that you would like to see asked to these candidates, we are looking for possible questions. Not that it's a promise that your question is going to be used, but we would love to have community's input. Mm-hmm. I think our school board president pointed out to me, she said, as a candidate, you run. You are asked questions by the community. The community has some input. This is a little bit different. So if you've got some questions you'd like the board to ask these candidates, please send those to me, drop them off at central office. I haven't gotten very many, so please, we'd love to hear from our community.
Very good. An appointment, like you said, is only for temporary, so that person might end up running, but
maybe they just want to serve for a few months.
Yeah. Got 4 good applicants, I hope.
We do. We have 4 good applicants right now, and that is public. Robert Tony Chamberlain has applied. Tommy Knight, Shayla Lemming, who's a 2024 graduate. That's kind of cool. Super proud of her for just stepping out, because she said she wants to be a math teacher someday, and she'd like to see how schools really work, not just as a student, but on the other side. And I think that is just fantastic and so brave. And Marcia Partney, a former educator. So all 4 school supporters or graduates from the district, and
very good.
They want to make a difference.
Yeah. You have put out a post a day ago about letting people know what's going on at Mountain Home Public Schools, and you can go to the website and for updates of important information for the 24-25 school year. Check back each Friday through August 9th for updates.
So yes, and this is focusing on our high school.
Okay.
Our high school has some rules that are changing. One is no earbuds, no earphones. So we're going to provide that where it is in the handbook. It's going so folks can see that online. I believe it says makeup credit. That's always a question for kids that get sick or kids that are missing too many days, and then they're having to try to make up that time or that credit. We're going to go ahead and point that out before school even starts. Parking's changing this year. First come, first serve. So we want our families to be aware and our kids to be aware before that first day. No more assigned. You'll have a parking pass or a parking sticker, so they'll know who's where if needed, but they're going to try to do this first come, first serve. Dress code, always a question. Always a question.
Yeah.
So before you do your shopping, your back-to-school shopping for your kids, here's a place to look. And like I said, this is focusing on our high school, which does have the greatest number of changes this year. And they're not huge changes, but they're things that our folks need to be aware of. Before you sign that handbook, families, I'm asking that you take a look at that handbook, because you're agreeing to it when you enroll your student. And when you sign it, you're saying, I've seen it. I'm aware of these rules, so that there's not a question if the student is disciplined for some of these new topics, I guess.
Sure.
Maybe
the phone one will be a
phone
topic.
one. We are. I don't know how many have seen, and we may have to go to break, and then I can talk about the phones
let's
after.
do that.
If that works.
That's fine by me.
Okay.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home. Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
If you're looking
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV, visiting with Allyson Dewey, the school superintendent. You were talking about some changes that are going to be made to the 24-25 school year and updating the rules. Parents really need to be reading what you're going to be
some
doing.
Awareness, that's right. So one of our biggest changes, and it's really not a big change because it was in our high school handbook last year, which is for our 8-12, so Mountain Home College and Career Academy 8-12 handbook. Our middle school has been cell phone free for many, many years. Kids get to school, they put them in their lockers. Teachers are not to see them again till the end of the day. They have lockers, it works, right? But in our classrooms, we really started to focus last year, and it was in the handbook last year, on cell phone free classrooms. During class time, our kids are not on their cell phones. We did a pretty good job with that for a couple months. Some classrooms it was easier to handle than others. You know, that's just kind of the nature of the beast, right? However, this year we are recommitting to cell phone free classrooms. I was honored to be asked to sit on a round table with the governor and the commissioner in mid-June. During that, we talked about cell phones and the effect on students' mental health. The governor I believe there was a press release earlier this week. May have been last week. I was out of town. But I saw it printed in one of our local media outlets this week, to where the governor, talked about the book, The Anxious Generation, which has 4 premises, 4 principles. No smartphones before the age of 16. No social media before the age of 16. Cell phone-free schools. And encouraging creativity, outdoor play for our students, for our kids in general. What we really discussed during that meeting was cell phone-free schools and the kind of support that our districts would need for cell phone-free schools. Of course, the mental health aspect also came up. I was reading something she actually had put out, that students that spend more than 3 hours a day on their phone, which is pretty average.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, I'd say
That's pretty
that.
average. 50% more likely to have a mental health crisis or mental health issue. 50%. So what can we do by reducing that to an hour and a half, right? And why does that time need to be done in our schools? A school, Bentonville West, last year, it was pointed out, had done a kind of a pilot. They have 2 high schools. So they did a pilot where one of their high schools went cell phone free. Their data is fantastic. The illegal substance write-ups and tickets alone were down by 50%.
Nice.
Okay. In a school the size of Bentonville West, double the size of ours, right? Our high school, double the size. And they've got 2 of these, at least double. What difference, what kind of difference would that make for our kids?
All the difference.
Right? So what
Yep.
we have done is we were able, because of, since I had gone to that roundtable and agreed to be part of a study, we've already been granted funds for any type of storage devices that we need. We are not looking right now at the individual student phone pouches. I think Yonder is the name of the most popular. We're not looking at those right now just because of logistics. We have 900 kids on our high school campus alone, and the logistics of demagnetizing and magnetizing a pouch for every cell phone that comes in the building doesn't make a ton of sense for us right now, and we really don't have enough time to figure out how it would work.
Sure.
So what we've actually applied for and been granted are cell phone lockers. Basically a padded special case that can go at the front of each teacher's classroom. Students will be encouraged to place phones in those lockers this year. And I say encouraged because we're not going to have a fight with a kid over a phone. But the rule is don't hear it, don't see it, don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't turn in your phone at the beginning of class and your phone goes off and you use it, you are disciplined times 2. And that's in our handbook. And this was done prior to my attendance at this roundtable, prior to the grant being funded, any of these things. So there was a plan in place already for cell phone free classrooms, which I am so proud of our high school handbook committee, which was made up of administrators, teachers, students, and parents.
Yeah.
And a school board member.
That's good.
So
Collaboration
it had,
of everybody.
absolutely,
Yeah.
all stakeholders involved. So it's going to be a little bit of a change, but not much, because we're just asking kids to be off their phones in the classrooms. That's it.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you'll be tempted or your teacher asks you to, please just put it in this case right there. She can lock the case. No threat of breakage of a phone because the cases are padded and secured and things like that. So, one of the things we have heard is, what if there's a crisis? My kid can't get to me on the phone. Your kid's not going to be able to get to you on the phone because if there's a crisis, cell phones are not probably going to be working just because of the massive use, right? And we've seen that when we go to concerts or ball games where we can't get out on our cell device, right? So it's different, but it's not different because we were doing this last year.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest change for kids is no headphones, no earbuds,
Yeah.
hallways, classrooms, cafeteria, anything. They will not be allowed at school.
Yeah, it's a distraction. I mean, I think back in the 90s. I graduated in 97. None of this stuff existed. I mean, you had the big bag cell phones or,
If you were rich, right?
Yeah.
You had those, or you'd gotten lost and your dad said, I'm buying you one because you just got stuck in Memphis on the bridge.
Yeah. So
and you couldn't use it because
You
you had
can't.
roaming fees
Yeah.
and you had one call a month or whatever for emergencies
did.
only, and it still cost a fortune.
I wouldn't say I was rich, but I did have a cell phone back around 98, I believe I got one in the roaming fees. I made it 11 months, and then it was stolen out of my car. And so I called the cell phone provider and told them, they said, well, we'll just shut it off. And I said, sounds good. I didn't get another one again until 2007.
Wow.
Yeah, because I
Wow.
was so mad. Those fees would take your, whatever the bill was, and triple it. I'd just go to Springfield. Anyway.
Times
but
are
we
changing,
didn't have schools
right?
then.
We
We
didn't
have
and
the cell phones.
This is going to be different,
Yeah.
but for parents that say, I've got to get a hold of my kid, I
No.
got to give them information during the middle of the day.
Do you really?
And
Do you?
guess what? They'll have it in between classes.
Yeah. And you
We're
can do
not
it.
saying you can't use it in between classes. Nobody said that. But I think what we're going to see is if a child's, if all my besties aren't Snapchatting me all through class
Yes.
because they don't have their phones either,
Bullying through class.
guess what? When I'm in between
There's-
classes, I'm not going to have any messages to check.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that it just encourages the fact that when our kids are walking through our hallways, they're looking and talking to people, right? That we're having conversations in our classrooms. It's time.
There's too much
It's
going
time.
on between them phones during school that have nothing to do with school. And it's taken away from the teachers the focus of the kids, and they're not being educated because they're too worried about what somebody said about
And
somebody
what's
else.
beeping in my back pocket.
Yes.
So like I said, we're not going to get into knockdown dragouts with kids. We're not getting into fusses with parents.
Just
We're
hope that
asking
they-
kids
yeah.
not to be on their phones during class. Teachers are going to be asked to really hold to that.
Mm-hmm.
And administration's going to help them do that. And they're going to be there to support them. They're going to be right there to support them because this is what needs to happen. The little bit of change that we had this year, the classrooms were supposed to be cell phone free. We know that the majority were. Our ACT scores are up. Our AP scores are up. I expect that our ACT Aspire scores will be up. It is making a difference.
Yeah.
And we're just taking one more step.
Good. We have a post that school supplies will be
They will
provided.
be. Everything but lunch boxes and backpacks. And I believe that there are, if you need a lunchbox or backpack, let us know. We have plenty of area support in our community that will help provide those lunch boxes and backpacks. Speaking of lunch boxes, I believe the free and reduced lunch
Yes.
form is out. You can fill that out online right now. Go ahead and get that done. Super quick. You might be surprised when you apply. And it's not like the old days where the kid walked through with a lunch ticket that was marked free. Nobody knows one way or the other, but your family is definitely has an opportunity to benefit. If your family can benefit from free and reduced lunch, please do that. We want our kids fed, and we do not want it to be any sort of a burden
Right.
on students.
And you guys post so much. I know it's on
I know
here.
it's on
think
there
it was-
too. It may have been early,
I
but
think it was early. Somewhere, just go to Mountain Home Public
and
Schools
look down
Facebook
there.
page.
And if you can't find
you'll
us,
find it.
let me know,
Yeah.
and I'll send you a direct link.
Very good.
But please, if anybody needs anything in our community, let us know. If you've got ideas for school board, let us know. Real quick, new student registration, 7/26 is the official day. That's July 26th. However, if you're out there right now and you think, ooh, I'd rather get that done earlier, go by your child's campus.
Yeah.
They're probably ready for you. But if not, you can wait till the 26th. Those of you that have not registered kindergartners, please get that. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Go by Mountain Home Kindergarten. They're there right now. They'd love to go ahead and get you signed up and ready. If you're trying to decide where you want to go to kindergarten this year, come see us. We'll give you a quick tour. You can meet our principal, Mr. Kevin Roach. Miss Denise is in and out as well. And we'd love to show you around our kindergarten and let you know, we have things like after school care with our Top Flight program. Did I say Top Flight? Our Flight Crew program.
Crew, yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Our preschool is Top Flight. Our Bomber Flight Academy. I get confused. There's so many bombers, and we're just flying everywhere, guys.
Very good.
But
thank you for joining us this morning.
absolutely. Thank you. I feel like I have talked more than I ever have, but it's okay.
You all have a great day. It's going to be beautiful, and we'll see you back. I'll see you back next Tuesday. Have a good one.
Thank you.